Hi, I'm Eugene Baroque. I sing and play guitar in Jetty. We're Jetty.
Hey, I'm Mike. I play guitar, sing, and do keyboards.
What's up? I'm Devin. I play bass in Jetty.
Hello, my name is Dave. I play drums in Jetty.
And we're missing one. We're missing Mike. He would sit here, and he would make jokes.
He'd be off camera.
Oh, this is
I got a story for
fantastic
you.
story.
Yeah, Eugene, you take it.
Can I? No, I can't.
I'm pretty sure.
You can maybe censor some bits, but
All right, so we were having a lot of fun at the barn one day. We go outside, and I'm feeling great. And all of a sudden, I noticed that outside is one big cloud. And so we just start walking into this cloud, and we're so happy about it. And all of a sudden, a tree falls. I swear to God, a tree falls out of nowhere. It just falls, and it's loud, and it's scary. And we look over there, and all of a sudden, there's this little red light that comes out of the woods. And it's like, are you okay? and then it disappears. And I'm like, holy shit. And I was like, it's Lady Cloud City.
it was a woman. It was a woman jogging, really. Like,
Probably,
She
but
had a
hey, come
headlamp
on.
on.
Yeah, it was.
She had a headlamp on.
Well, the title makes as much sense as that night did. I mean, you could stand outside for 100 years and not see a tree fall, all right? We go out there and a tree falls. I don't know. That was crazy. So the name of our new album is Lady Cloud City. Lady/Cloud/City. And I think it's a lot more progressive in our sound.
I think we just have a little bit more space to sort of explore some of the concepts that in a single song or in a 4-song EP or whatever you sort of have to get in and get out, and some of the ideas on those shorter songs that may sound shallow or misogynistic or whatever. If you're singing about romantic love or whatever, you're able to sort of unpack that a little bit and get into some of the deeper guilt and like terrible stuff that goes along with being guy in your late 20s.
Is that right,
This album
Eugene?
Oh, boy.
All on point
None
is
of the
that.
lyrics
Oh,
are
boy.
from a personal standpoint. It's literally me creating a personality for Jetty and speaking through that personality. It's not. These are not my experiences, aside from a few songs.
His girlfriend actually can't even listen to us. she gets mad.
We've been inspired by Lido and FKJ a lot in the past, probably since we started as a group, and this is an example. These songs have really specific examples of parts in them that point to that music, and a lot of it's in the percussion, the way the songs really build and have these like really high highs and low lows in terms of dynamics.
Like, it's things, music that we all got into together. Like, we all got into FKJ together, and we were like, damn. So it's sort of like a more concerted effort to aim for one sound instead of like everyone taking their own influence and pulling a song in a different direction. It's a little more cohesive. And we wrote most of the album at the keyboard, right? Like, I don't think we wrote anything on guitar, which is, I guess when you're not playing your natural instrument, you have a little more of a tendency to like surprise yourself. Like, ooh, I forgot how to do this little trick. Whereas when you're just like playing guitar for 10 years or whatever, you're like, the same trick again, that stupid chord.
But one thing that especially Mike here does a lot at his studio is pay attention to textures and timbre, and these are some sounds that are unique. Some of them remind me of some of my favorite bands, but they're also very different. And I think it's something different and special. I think anybody that likes that kind of music will really appreciate it. We do get together every now and then. It's usually at his barn, and we jam there and try to write some stuff. But generally, most of the stuff is done online through emails and Dropbox.
We're a 21st century
Yeah.
band for sure.
Absolutely.
We understand like where we exist in the world, and some people are going to be like, I don't come to Jetty for my slow jams. I come to Jetty to dance. But in trying to write a full length album, like we have other stuff to say other than dance music, and so there is some like down tempo stuff and some more meandering, so like contemplative type stuff.
My favorite song to play, and this is just from a to play perspective, I think it would be "Used to Try," because there's a lot of really surprising moments, but like in terms of the percussion, there's some stuff going on in that song that like I had to sit down and write and I had an idea that had like a 5 versus 4 rhythm at the very end of the song. I was like, I hear this thing happening, but I can't make it extend over to the next measure. And I was like, I need it to work, you know. So I had to write it out and then like practice it before it actually made it onto the song. So that like part of that song at the very end actually is my favorite song.
I'd have to say West Coast, just because it's just this freight train, you know. It's just like driving you home, and you know, it just doesn't stop, and it just makes you dance.
So there are 5 songs on our SoundCloud right now, and as we've tracked another 4 more that we haven't finished mixing and putting vocals on too. So as we finish those up, we're just gonna like dribble them on. And you know, as far as releases go, I'd say we'll probably be done putting out songs in like April or something. But the track listing on our SoundCloud and on our website will just keep getting longer and longer as we go. Yeah, we closed out. Our friend Jetty owned a studio in Attleboro called The Bears Den, which like a ton of bands around here did their albums and demos and all. It was awesome for 5 years, but he shut it down, and he did this live video and audio recording thing called Live at the Bears Den. We did the last one with him. We're really happy to have been able to like send it out with a bang because he's a really good friend of ours, and we, you know, we feel like we did something memorable to like add to the legacy of the Bears Den. And you know, a lot of great bands did Live at the Bears Den too. So that's on YouTube right now. If you just Google Jetty Live at the Bears Den, you can get up all night. Dave looks so cool.
I try.
Everybody who
I
watches
try.
it is just like, Dave is the best.
The faces, I get that a lot. You make some crazy. I go like, a lot of this like.
I like the time where his hand pauses in the air like this, but it's kind of like small.
As far as shows coming up, we got one on June 30th. It's at a performance space above the Met, and it's for Girls Rock. It's a benefit for Girls Rock. So we're looking forward to that. And
we're toying with the idea of doing, keeping the tradition going of doing Jetty Roller Jam. We did it last year for our West Coast music video, and we rented out a roller rink and invited a bunch of people and recorded a music video. When we played live, and our friends Ross Livermore played live as well. I think we're toying with the idea about just making that an annual thing because it was so awesome. Yeah.
That feeling of it, like discovering something new, is like, that's the best feeling. That's why I think we're going for this sound. Is like we were all like, well, we heard like some very specific things that were like totally new that I've never heard anybody else. Has never been showed to me by anybody else before. I was just like, this needs to happen. Like we can do this, you know.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Thanks.